In the mid to early 90s, the WWE found itself at a crossroads. The once glorious golden era, which had seen the rise of iconic stars like Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and Randy Savage, had come to an end. The company was desperately searching for its next big thing, as new talent struggled to capture the imagination of fans. While rival promotion WCW embraced a more edgier approach with the rebellious NWO at the forefront, the WWE was still clinging to its 1980s cartoonish style, which had once made them popular, but was now losing its appeal. The industry was evolving, and the WWE found itself struggling to adapt to the shifting landscape. But in this darkness, a glimmer of hope emerged. A rivalry that would not only change the WWE, but also catapult it into never-before-seen levels of popularity and cultural relevance. This is the extraordinary story of how the war between Stone Cold Steve Austin and Vince McMahon revived the WWE and forever changed the course of professional wrestling. Now, there's a lot of debate about when this rivalry started. Some say the seeds were sown on the night Austin delivered McMahon with his first of many Stone Cold Stunners. It was SummerSlam '97, where Austin suffered a life-threatening neck injury courtesy of Owen Hart. Austin took a break, and during that time, Hart got himself a protective order. Smart move, right? Wrong. Austin returned with a vengeance, smacking Hart in the head and causing a chaotic scene that ended with Austin getting arrested after delivering a stunner to McMahon himself. The crowd went wild, chanting "Austin, Austin, Austin," as he was hauled off to jail, while others think it was the main event of Survivor Series 1997 when the feud started. Now, I personally don't think that's the case since Austin wasn't even involved in the program. But then again, you can't ignore the fact that this was the night Vince's evil Mr. McMahon persona was born. Before this, he had always been known as the lovable commentator, cracking jokes and shouting, "What a maneuver!" alongside the likes of Bobby Heenan and Bruno Sammartino. However, it all changed in the main event of Survivor Series '97. We all know the story by now. Bret Hart was set to defend his WWF Championship against Shawn Michaels, but Bret had his eyes set on WCW and wasn't too keen on dropping the belt on his home turf. Instead, he promised to do the honors the following Monday Night Raw. McMahon didn't trust Bret's intentions and couldn't risk losing the championship to a rival company. So, he instructed the referee to ring the bell when Michaels had Bret trapped in his own sharpshooter move, even though Bret never tapped out. Now, with an evil boss raging with power, it was only natural that a hero would emerge. And given the fact that Austin was the hottest star in the company at that time, it made sense that he landed the role. Austin and McMahon didn't have much contact after Stone Cold nailed the boss with a stunner. While Vince grew his evil persona, Steve Austin set his sights on the Intercontinental title, but forfeited it prior to the 1998 Royal Rumble, saying he had bigger fish to fry. The fans knew immediately that this bigger fish was the WWF title. Austin won the Rumble, which guaranteed him a title shot at the main event at WrestleMania 14. The one person who wasn't happy about this, though, was Vince McMahon, as he still held a grudge over the stunner Austin had given him a month before. To help ensure that Stone Cold would lose at WrestleMania, Vince solicited the help of legendary boxer Mike Tyson to be the enforcer for the main event. However, at WrestleMania 14, Tyson double-crossed McMahon and made the count for Austin on Shawn Michaels. The night after Stone Cold Steve Austin captured the WWF title, Vince McMahon decided to present him with a new championship belt and deliver a stern warning about his rebellious ways. But Austin had his own way of responding, with another thunderous stunner that left McMahon flat on the mat. A week later, a peculiar segment unfolded. Austin, who had previously agreed to play ball with McMahon, showed up in a suit and tie, with a smiling McMahon eager to capture the moment in a photograph. Little did McMahon know that Austin had a surprise in store. The rattlesnake ripped off the suit, declared it as the last time McMahon would see him dressed like that, and delivered a low blow. It seemed like Austin and McMahon were destined to settle their differences in a proper wrestling match. However, chaos ensued as Dude Love made an unexpected appearance, leading to the match being declared a no contest. The rivalry continued, culminating in a rematch at Over the Edge in Your House for the WWF Championship, with McMahon serving as the special referee and his loyal corporate stooges occupying the roles of timekeeper and ring announcer. However, Austin still managed to retain his title against all odds. McMahon's relentless quest to sabotage Austin paid off at the 1998 King of the Ring. Austin lost the WWF Championship to Kane with help from The Undertaker. However, the Rattlesnake quickly reclaimed the title on Raw. He continued to defy McMahon, defeating The Undertaker at SummerSlam. In response to Austin's resilience, McMahon orchestrated a triple threat match at Breakdown in Your House. Both The Undertaker and Kane pinned Austin simultaneously, leaving McMahon to declare the championship vacant. To determine a new champion, McMahon appointed Stone Cold as the guest referee for a match between The Undertaker and Kane. However, Austin refused to count for either competitor and unleashed his fury on both of them. McMahon retaliated by firing Austin, but that didn't stop the Rattlesnake from getting his revenge. In a memorable segment, Austin kidnapped McMahon, brandishing a toy gun with a scroll that read "Bang 316," leaving McMahon humiliated. Austin's fortunes took another turn during the semifinals of the Survivor Series tournament. Shane McMahon double-crossed Stone Cold, leading to his defeat against Mankind. But Austin's contract with Shane granted him another shot at the WWF Championship, which he exercised on Raw against The Rock. The Undertaker interfered, causing Stone Cold to win by disqualification, but The Rock retained the title. During the 1999 Royal Rumble, Austin sought revenge on McMahon. Despite being ambushed, he made a stunning return, eliminating the Big Boss Man. Ultimately, McMahon eliminated Austin himself and won the Rumble. Though McMahon declined his title shot against The Rock, Austin was granted the opportunity by WWF Commissioner Shawn Michaels. At St. Valentine's Day Massacre in Your House, Austin faced McMahon in a steel cage match with the WrestleMania 15 championship opportunity on the line. The match took a shocking turn as Big Show made his debut, attacking Austin and causing him to crash into the cage, resulting in his victory. Austin's relentless pursuit culminated at WrestleMania 15, where he defeated The Rock to capture his third WWF Championship, solidifying his place as one of the most iconic figures in wrestling history. Austin and The Rock clashed once again at Backlash, with Shane McMahon as the special guest referee. In a surprising turn of events, Vince McMahon approached the ring and removed Shane from his role as the ref. Despite the interference, Austin emerged victorious with the help of another referee. However, The Undertaker soon snatched the WWF Championship away from Austin at Over the Edge, adding another twist to the storyline. In a series of events involving Vince McMahon, Stephanie, and Linda McMahon, Stone Cold assumed the position of Chief Executive Officer of the company. The power struggle continued as Vince and Shane McMahon challenged Austin to a high-stakes handicap ladder match at King of the Ring, with Stone Cold's 50% ownership of WWF pitted against Vince and Shane McMahon's share. They agreed that interference from the corporate ministry would result in an immediate disqualification. However, the McMahons deceived Austin by manipulating the ladder's height, preventing him from securing the briefcase. The following night, Austin revealed that he scheduled himself in a title match against The Undertaker, which he won, becoming a four-time WWF champion. Desperate to rid himself of Stone Cold, Vince proposed a first blood match where Stone Cold would defend the title against The Undertaker. If Austin lost, he would never have a shot at the WWF Championship again. But if he won, Vince would leave the WWF forever. The Rattlesnake emerged victorious, forcing Vince to relinquish kayfabe ownership to his son, Shane. Months later, Vince returned to defend his daughter's honor against Triple H. Austin offered to reinstate Vince on the condition that he granted him a title shot. Vince agreed, but the specifics were left undefined. Eventually, Vince announced the title match would take place at Survivor Series 1999. However, before the match could occur, Stone Cold was sidelined for 9 months before being kayfabe run over by a car. Upon his return at Unforgiven 2000, Austin sought to uncover the identity of his attacker. Rikishi confessed and faced the Rattlesnake at No Mercy 2000, where Austin emerged victorious. After Armageddon 2000, Stone Cold demanded entry into the Royal Rumble, and Vince reluctantly obliged. Austin won the Rumble, becoming the first person to win it 3 times and securing a title shot at WrestleMania 17. In a surprising turn of events, the match at WrestleMania 17 was declared a no disqualification bout. McMahon came down to the ring, steel chair in hand, and did the unthinkable. He helped out Austin. Stone Cold relentlessly attacked The Rock with repeated vicious chair shots, shocking the world with his heel turn and aligning himself with the devil himself, Vince McMahon. This moment marked the end of the Attitude Era as Austin's allegiances shifted. During the invasion angle, Stone Cold temporarily returned to his rebellious persona, but ultimately joined the alliance, reigniting the Austin vs. McMahon feud. Following the invasion angle, Austin failed to appear for a scheduled match on Raw, leading to his legitimate firing by Vince McMahon. He was reinstated months later by Eric Bischoff, but retired from full-time in-ring competition due to ongoing neck problems. The two rivals would meet again during one-off appearances, such as the Battle of the Billionaires at Mania 23 or the main event of WrestleMania 38, but the feud would never reach the epic heights as it did in the 90s before Austin's ill-fated heel turn, and neither would the WWE.